Hey everyone, this is my third Thrift with me, and today we're at the Salvation Army in San Francisco on Valencia Street. Um, I don't know if a lot of people know about this thrift store. It definitely gets a lot of turnover because of people just constantly moving in and out of the city. So they always have like a lot of furniture and some pretty good quality items. Every once in a while, you'll get something super old, so that's always exciting. So today it was Thursday afternoon. Those IKEA chairs, I see them all the time. That chair was super cute, but I didn't even look at the price. Lots of IKEA furniture. That hutch right there, that big one, was really nice. I didn't even check to see how much it was. Not that I would have bought it. It's so big. How would I have gotten it home? But there was this like a wooden, that little chair right there. Stuff to look at, like wooden, like a baker's rack almost. This thing right here on the left, yeah, right here. It had like a cajon at the bottom and some $45, and it was already sold, of course. But it was really nice, kind of like that mission detail. This was really cute. It was really heavy. It had some knobs missing, but of course, those can be replaced. Probably from like the 1930s, maybe. And but it was like $300. It needed a lot of work, and it was really heavy. But that's gonna be a nice find for somebody who decides to finally take it home. I wanted to check out this silk screen. It reminded me of a neighborhood in Montreal. This painting right here was like $175. It's just one of those, generic 1970s oil paintings. So the paintings here, even though they have a lot on a regular basis, like this one here, how much was it? $250. It's out of control, the prices, which is why if I do find these type of paintings, for like $10, $20, sometimes I'll buy them just because they're so expensive here. $125 for this painting. I loved this chair. It had like, the 1970s burnt orange and the rattan back, but I think there was like six of them, and they were $20 each, and they had a little bit of a wobble, but that could be fixed. But I didn't get it. Always looking for Puerto Rican pottery, so I wanted to check this out. No mark, no mark, no worth, in my opinion. Lots of plates and decorative things. They're pretty well organized here, which I love. I also love the smell of the Salvation Army. It reminds me of the time that I spent living in San Francisco, of course. So this used to be their boutique room, which is now just kind of their catch-all room. Dishes, pots and pans, always collecting hand-thrown ceramics, but it didn't have a signature. This is also where they have their holiday stuff, if they do have it out, Christmas and Halloween. Wanted to see if this was a Fire King bowl. I haven't seen one this big in a while and didn't have a mark on it, so I passed, even though it was still milk glass. Some pots and some pans. They had I feel like I've been saying this a lot lately. They had a lot of inventory, but just nothing was catching my eye. Looking for an Echo or a Robinson mark on this vintage ladle, but I didn't see anything. and it was like $1.99. So I put it back. Not a whole lot going on. But I mean, there's tons of stuff here if you were just like moving to the city and you needed just, some dishes. I thought this would be Mexican, but this actually turned out to be Derby from England. Uh, um, Derby. Denby is an old label from England. And this is like obviously super modern. And I just love the colors on it. But I didn't want to pay $8.99, even though the original tag was still on it for $58. But yeah, if you were just moving to the city and you needed some plates and some dishes, some bowls, this would be the a perfect place to come and just get yourself situated. Even though I didn't see a lot of silverware, if I don't think I saw any at all actually. Another possible vintage cooking utensil. It wasn't. It was made in Japan. Right there. I'm always looking for made in the US. They had a lot of glass things. I love this cut glass decanter, but it didn't have a mark on it, and it didn't have a stopper either. So I think it was like $8.99, and if it would have had a stopper, I probably would have taken a risk on it because I have a similar one with some glasses that I could have sold as a set, which would have been great. Lots of glass vases, not too much colored glass. I love little bric-a-brac things for the kitchen, but this was made in Taiwan, so it wasn't really old. Maybe like 70s, 80s, but it was only $2. Not that much Christmas stuff out either, so I decided to move on. This dresser was so cute, and I didn't know if I was like, oh, that seems weird, the color. So I wanted to open the drawers, and somebody had painted it over the drawers for $75. I really couldn't take the risk. Plus, had a little damage on it right there. See how they painted it? I mean, it's cute. I just wish they wouldn't have done that. These chairs were so cute. I think one was listed for $90 in the plastic, and this one was priced at $125. So they are obviously original, and they probably came out of a Victorian house. So way out of my price league. So I just headed over to the clothing section, which is in a separate part of the store. The Salvation Army doesn't look so big from the outside, but it's pretty big on the inside. Mostly clothes, and I don't really do too much reselling on clothes unless I see something super unique and definitely vintage, which is getting harder to find out there. I love looking and reselling men's clothes. I wear men's clothes, but the men's section tends to be a little smaller, I think. So just giving this aisle a quick skim over, just based off of collar style, I can usually tell what's vintage. And I saw this embroidered tablecloth. I had a couple of marks on it, but nothing too obvious. There wasn't a lot of damage, and it was $10. Yeah, $10. Yeah, I mean, I think $10 is worth it for an embroidered tablecloth that came out of San Francisco, but I decided to pass. I just have so many already. There goes Mommy. I found this cute handmade, it's like a sailor top or old, like, it kind of reminded me of those old, the swimming shirts for women. It's definitely handmade. I couldn't tell if it was old or if it was made to look old. The style of thread that was used to create it didn't necessarily look like vintage thread. So I did get it though. It was only like $5.99, so I just took the risk and I'm gonna decide later. This jacket, it was like a vintage Gap jacket. It reminded me of a jacket that I had in the 1990s. Like super comfortable, really warm, and of course the 1990s is like totally trending right now. Corduroy. I love corduroy. And that was only $5.99, so I got it. So now I'm in the vintage coat section, and they had this really cute cape, and it had like a velvet, um, like a scarf almost lapel, but the inside had a lot. The lining had a lot of damage, and I'm not a seamstress. I know how to do some, basic minor sewing, but it needed like a whole new lining, and that's just more than I want to invest at any given time. I mean, sometimes when I find things like this, I'll buy them and I'll just keep them so I can look at them, but I'm trying to get out of the habit of doing that. See that lapel? So cute. And it was removable, so. And then I saw this Egon von Furstenberg trench coat. This is the second one that I've seen. I had one before, like maybe about 7 years ago. And of course, this is Diane von Furstenberg's husband. This is where she gets her last name. Um, his clothes are not really worth anything, and it took me a long time to move that trench coat. It was a camel trench coat, so I didn't really want to take the risk again. Wool and cashmere. It was really nice though, but I just couldn't do it. So I have a closet full of things, and now you know why. So hope you join me again. Thanks. Bye.